Jinping held a series of key meetings with leaders from Iceland, Sri Lanka, Ghana, Cambodia and Dominica, reaffirming China's commitment to global cooperation and multilateralism. Meeting Iceland's President Hala Tómasdóttir, Xi called for deeper ties in trade, geothermal energy, healthcare and tourism. Both leaders agreed to strengthen climate action and people-to-people exchanges. A joint statement was issued to boost green transportation and geothermal cooperation. Xi also met Sri Lankan Prime Minister Harini Amarsuya, praising long-standing bilateral ties. Both sides pledged to expand cooperation under the 5 principles of peaceful coexistence. Let's in fact listen in to Xi Jinping and Harini's comments.
1957年建交以来，中斯两国始终在和平共处5项原则基础上发展双边关系，树立了不同国家间友好相处、互利合作的典范。希望双方继续一道努力，赓续传统友谊，拓展互利合作，更好造福两国人民，为推动构建人类命运共同体做出贡献。
Thank you so much. I also want to note with appreciation your participation and your leadership at the Global Leaders Forum on Women. I think it was truly inspirational and absolutely very important at this point in the global leadership, where a leader of your stature spoke out for gender equality and for promoting women's rights.
Meanwhile, in talks with Dominica's President Slavini Burton, Xi emphasized solidarity with small island states, vowing deeper engagement across sectors. Let's in fact listen in to Xi Jinping and Slavini Burton's comments.
妇女峰会，我知道这是你首次以总统身份来到中国，很高兴同你会面。你担任总统以来重视发展对华关系，我高度赞赏。多米尼克是中国在加勒比地区的好朋友、好伙伴，建交20多年来，各领域交流合作蓬勃开展，人民友谊日益深厚，树立了不同社会制度、不同大小国家友好合作的。
Your Excellency Xi Jinping, for many of us small island developing states, China's vision of building a community with a shared future for all, where no nation is left behind, has been both inspiring and reassuring. China has been a great friend, indeed a true friend and a valued partner.
The meetings took place on the sidelines of the Global Leaders meeting on women, where China was widely praised for its leadership on gender equality. We leave it there and shift our focus to some developments that we're tracking from India. Well, India's Lieutenant General Rajiv Ghai has revealed new details about Operation Sindoor during a briefing to UN Army chiefs. He said over 100 deaths occur along the line of control across cross-border firing in August, as indicated by Pakistan's posthumous awards on August 14th. Lieutenant General Ghai shared before and after images of key strike locations, focusing on Muridke, which he identified as the Lashkar-e-Taiba terror hub. He also presented images from Bahawalpur, highlighting the precision of India's targeted operations. This operation demonstrates India's ongoing efforts to target terror strongholds across the border. Major General Dr. Rajan Kochar, Senior Strategic and Defence Expert, joins us from New Delhi, India. Thank you so much for your time on NewsX World, and I'd like to understand from you. There's, of course, what essentially can we make of these developments that have been put to the place as far as Operation Sindoor is concerned? We're now understanding that there were 100 terrorists that were neutralized.
Thank you very much, Asawari. It's a very, very significant revelation. As a matter of fact, even last month also when General Ghai spoke at the Defense Forum, he had mentioned this. Today he's speaking to the chiefs of a number of world armies who are contributing to the United Nations. And it's a significant message to the world right now because Pakistan is spreading a canard, and especially I would say General Munir, he has been spreading a very wrong narrative of this 4 days Pakistan-India clash. I'll not call it a war because I will actually call it a clash. What is important is in these 4 days of a non-contact war, who decides who is the winner? Because there is no kind of a kinetic action in terms of a movement of our forces inside Pakistan or Pakistan trying to get inside. So a loss of territory and other things, a loss of equipment, a loss of men, a loss of material, decide the outcome of a war. Here it is all in the realm of information war, a realm of a domain where we can't verify that information, neither Pakistan can actually verify the information. So we have to bring in the use of our surveillances, our satellites, our imagery, and certain developments in Pakistan which have happened. And I would like to bring to the attention of a very important thing what the DGMO actually said. If you go back about a month and a half, there was a huge, big function which Pakistan organized in terms of the gallantry awards being presented, to their men and officers for this operation. And that is what General Ghai is referring to, because it's an admission where around 35 to 40 officers and men of the Pakistan Armed Forces were awarded posthumously, means they had died in that skirmish or that conflict. So it's a very, very clear evidence. We don't have to give the evidence. The Pakistan themselves have given us this evidence that they have lost men in that battle. So it's a sizable number. And if we take the other casualties, because if 40 people have been awarded, the casualties would have been much higher, because not everyone who dies in an operation is awarded with some kind of a gallantry award. So the figure of 100 is quite rational, logical. Second important aspect, and in his briefing, he's trying to bring out that the loss of the Pakistan aircrafts, both in air as well as on ground. And this has been proved very, very amply in terms of satellite imagery again, because we are not doing any kind of a rhetoric or anything like that which Pakistan has been doing. We have been presenting things with facts, and when the Indian Army in its briefing, or when the Indian Air Force in its briefing gives you these factual information, it is not a politician who's speaking. Because an army general will not divulge or not indulge in fake news. And therefore, there is a certain amount of credibility. And I would like, through your channel, to appeal to our own countrymen also, not to question what the Indian Army leadership is trying to tell them. And it becomes very amply clear when these around 100 terrorists were killed. What business had the corps commander of the 4 Corps? What business had the GOC of the 11 Infantry Division? What business had the commander of the 15 Mech Brigade? What business had the DG of Police of Punjab going there to attend their funeral? Because they were important people who were killed in those terrorist strikes, and especially from Jaish-e-Mohammed and Lashkar-e-Taiba, which is an offshoot of the ISI themselves. So it's very, very clear. I think I'm glad the strong message has gone to all these a number of army chiefs who have come to attend this event, and it gives a great amount of credibility, I would say, to the Indian effort, and without any doubt, Asafari, I can say with a conviction, being a veteran today, that I have no doubts that this 4 days clash was won by India.
Absolutely. I'd also like to understand from you, from the Indian point of view, how important was it to attack, to in fact have attacks take place in Muridke, in Bahawalpur, with what mindset and intel were those attacks approached?
Actually, the mindset was what the Prime Minister was trying to tell the nation in his speeches and all, which he gave was that after the Pahalgam attack, the perpetrators of this attack will not be spared, and so will the people who were responsible or who were at the back end of this attack. So that implies that we carried out a mapping of 21 terrorist hideouts in Pakistan, and we selected the 9 most important ones because there was sufficient intelligence available. See, I would like to clarify to all the you viewers who sometimes say कि आपने 21 terrorist camps को क्यों नहीं strike किया? That requires a detailed intelligent planning, because we would like to strike in only those terrorist camps in which the terrorists are available or present. We would not like to waste an effort on those areas which are minimal headquarters, minimal strength, and economy of effort also goes in. The number of missiles also you fire. It's a great coordinated effort of the Indian Army as well as the Indian Air Force who went into these strikes. So 9 targets of value were selected where terrorists were available according to, and this intelligence, intelligence I would like to amplify. It is not only electronic intelligence, it was human intelligence. That implies there were people in Pakistan who were passing us this information, and that is why agencies like RAW and all these agencies also come into play, because it was a very, very synergized operation in which the state intelligence, national intelligence agencies were also involved. The national security advisor was very actively involved in generating this kind of intelligence for the armed forces to make their plans. So that was the basic reason why we went for this 9.